Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So off camera, I did go ahead and pre-prep this practice hand, and I will be using my 𝐻 nail glue to glue on my 𝐻𝐸 non-seeker square tips. I did go ahead and measure these off camera as well. These nail tips are from KAIROSE Nail Supply, and we plan on restocking our nail tips very soon, so stay on the lookout for that on our Instagram page. And also, I did go ahead and decide to do the thumbnail for today's set. Usually I don't include the thumb in my nail sets, but I decided to do that today, so you guys will be seeing the process of that as well. Now that we have all the nail tips glued, I am trimming them down to like a medium to long length for today's set. I do want to go a little bit longer than I've been going for the last few videos, so that is what I am doing here. Now before we get into our application, I do want to take my hand file and just nicely shape up the sidewalls to make sure they're nice and flush to that natural nail. And I do also like to blend in the tip with the natural nail area as well, because one, when I do ombres, it provides a seamless slate for that. It doesn't show the harsh line of that nail tip. And two, I just love doing it in general because even if I'm not doing ombres, it helps out so much with the application. So I highly recommend trying this step. You don't absolutely have to, but I do recommend doing it. And you can also use your 180 grit sanding band, or whatever grit sanding band you use. You can use the mandrel bit to do this process as well, like blending the tip in with the natural nail. So for our acrylics today, I will be using one color from our spring season collection, which is Wisteria. It's a very beautiful purple acrylic powder with some nice shimmer to it. And then I will also be using the color Satin from our Cover Dreams collection, which is a very beautiful pink acrylic powder as well, with some beautiful shimmer in it. So getting into our application here, I am taking a medium-sized bead of that Wisteria color and applying it where the tip and the natural nail meet. And I will go ahead and just gently blend it down towards the cuticle area, so when I go in with that pink acrylic powder, it does provide a seamless ombre application. And then once I have that nicely blended in that area, I will go ahead and start blending the rest of the product down towards the free edge area and just patting it into place and making sure to wipe the sidewalls and the free edge as well to keep the nice square shape going. And then I will also be going in with another medium-sized bead of acrylic just to build up the opacity of this color and just provide thickness that I need as well. Now I'm not building up so much thickness because we will have to go in and encapsulate these nails since these are ombre nails, but I do like to provide a pretty nice thickness to like the free edge area, so I'm not having to apply too much clear acrylic later on. Now that I have my purple acrylic powder applied, I will be going in with that satin pink color, and it's very beautiful. I highly recommend this powder to all of you guys. But I will be applying a medium-sized bead of acrylic right above the first bead of that purple acrylic powder we applied, and then I will just be tapping it and kind of just lightly dragging it in to that purple color so it has like a nice smooth ombre look. When doing ombres, I like to kind of work in a bit smaller beads. Even though I did use a medium-sized bead of acrylic, that is a smaller bead to me. I do like to do smaller beads when doing ombres, so that way I'm not overpowering the second color with that first color, if that makes sense. And then after I got that first bead nice and applied, I will be going in with another medium-sized bead of acrylic and applying it right below the cuticle area. And I do like to use the tip of my nail brush to kind of push it into the cuticle area to avoid any overflowing in that area. And then once that area is nice and done, I will go ahead and drag the acrylic down and blend it in as well. Now I did feel like it needed a little bit more thickness, so I did go in with another medium-sized bead of acrylic of that satin color and just did the exact same thing, applied it underneath the cuticle area, used the tip of my acrylic brush to push it into the cuticle area, and then once that area was done, I did go ahead and blend it down with the purple acrylic powder. Now I will be doing the same exact process across the rest of the nail, so I will go ahead and let you guys just enjoy the ombre application, and I will come back in when it's time to encapsulate these nails. Now that the ombres are nicely done, I will be going in with my crystal clear acrylic from 𝐿 and applying that on top of these ombres. Like I mentioned, you want to make sure you're protecting your ombres, because if you don't, you will be going ahead and just filing all the ombre away, and then you will have to redo the entire process, which will absolutely suck and just waste more time. So I highly recommend making sure to encapsulate all your ombre nails, like your marble nails, anything like that. I recommend encapsulating all that with some clear acrylic so you're not having to go back in and repeating that same process. Now that our nails are nicely dried, it is time to go in and file them. So I will be using a fine 5-in-1 drill bit and go around the cuticle area just to make sure everything is nice and flush to the natural nail area. And for reference, my drill is at the speed of 9,000 RPMs when doing any finish filing with my e-file. Next, I will be going in with a fine grit sanding band from Nails and Blinks and filing around the cuticle area once more, and then I will be working that over the surface of the entire nail to smooth it out and kind of debulk any areas that need to be. Now, typically I use the medium grit sanding band, but I did want to try the fine grit sanding band to see how that would work out, and honestly, I just recommend the medium grit sanding band. I would rather use the medium grit sanding band to do my finish filing than the fine grit sanding band. But if you prefer the fine grit sanding band, that's absolutely okay with you as well. That is personal preference. I just prefer to do the medium grit sanding band. Next, I will be taking my hand file once again and going along the sidewalls and underneath the nail as well to get any acrylic that might have spilled over when doing the application. And then later on, I will be flipping the hand over from the client's perspective or from this hand's perspective and filing the free edge. Now these are what the nails are looking like after everything's been nicely filed. I did go ahead and buff these nails off camera and use a lint-free wipe and some alcohol to wipe away that dust. So we will be only using one product for today's nail art, and it is this mirrored chrome gel liner, or not gel liner, this gel pod thing that I did get off of Temu. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of doing an outlined smile line, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but I'm just outlining a smile line, and then once I get that nicely perfected, I will be doing some abstracted lines coming out from the smile line. You'll see that in just a second. I'm not really good at explaining things, but it kind of makes sense once you just watch the process of it. So this is what this first nail is looking like. I will be doing the same exact process across the rest of the nails, but trying to do different designs on the French tip area, or like the abstract line area. So yeah. And you will also see on the middle finger, I did do the smile line off camera because I was just having a hard time trying to outline these perfect. So honestly, each of these smile lines were done within the second try. Like I had to go in, try to do it, and then I didn't like how it turned out, so I had to wipe it off, and then I recorded the second part. So yeah, you won't see me actually wiping the whole process off and re-going again, if that makes sense. But yeah, I will just go ahead and let you guys watch this because I am just talking too much now. And once I am done here, I will go ahead and cure these in the light for a full 60 seconds. Now that these nails are nicely cured, it is time to top coat, so I will be using the classic diamond gel top coat from KAIROSE Nail Supply. I highly recommend this top coat to all you guys, not just because this is my brand, but it's super shiny and it does last the longevity of your nail set. So if you have your nail set on for 4 to 6 weeks, it will stay shiny on your nails, if that makes sense. So I'm just going ahead and applying a very thin layer of that to all of these nails, and then I will go ahead and cure these in the light for a full 60 seconds. that is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!